How long do you think Hill End's been here?
20 years.
Children have been coming to Hill End for nearly 100 years now.
The kind of life Hazel led at Wytham was what one had always wished for her. At Wytham she came into the wider kingdom of the wild creatures, the birds, the wild flowers, and the trees of the English countryside at its best.
Hazel was very bright and bubbly. She was very keen on nature and particularly animals.
As we drove up Wytham Hill, the sun was high in the heavens, and we crept into bed feeling like nothing on earth. There is a certain airlessness about my life in town which makes me sadly long for the free and rugged life on Wytham Hill.
Raymond was a very caring person and he wanted to share the estate.
In the early summer of 1926, I noticed an elderly gentleman strolling up and down outside the school. This gentleman introduced himself as Raymond Fennell and said he would very much like to invite the children of West Oxford to walk and play and have a picnic.
To this vast estate, amid some of the most delightful scenery in the county, come parties of children from the poorer schools, about 2,000 every week.
Many children and adults were suffering from TB, and at that time there were no antibiotics. So outdoor education was a way to enhance children's lives.
When you see the children come out and you see the change that comes over them and how much they enjoy it, you realise how much we've really lost, I think, on a day-to-day. Coming here really helps people reconnect with the world around them.
There is a quote from a girl who came from East London, which was, "This must be a very holy place." Running up to the start of the Second World War, it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
The pioneer schools have increased to 14, the excursions begin earlier and continue later in the year. New classrooms have been built and additional facilities provided.
If we get children interested in the outdoors, they'll want to protect it.
You have to be careful of holding butterflies because you might squash them and then they'll stop breathing and then they'll die.
It's a sense of value, the importance of nature. You can see it on the television, on the wildlife programmes, but actually to handle it and see it and smell it, hear it, maybe taste it, then you can really interact and you'll remember it a lot more.
Wytham Woods and Hill End, both sides of the hill, as it were, really complement each other, and we both got the same ideals and aims in the end of education.
The family were in a terrible state. The funeral went through the village, the animals went, all the local people went, because she was so greatly respected and loved by the people in the village. Raymond was very concerned what he was going to do with the estate because Hazel had died, he wasn't very well. Part of the written agreement that Raymond Fennell made with Oxford University was that Hill End would continue to be an educational establishment. I think that the Fennell family would be very pleased how the Wood and Hill End are getting on.
The last time I came here was in 1984, which is about 35 years ago, and remarkably it hasn't changed an awful lot since then. And it was a really exciting time. It was the first time I think that I'd been away from my parents for an extended period of time. We were here with all of our friends, doing things that you just wouldn't do normally. So we went out and we looked for badgers in the middle of the night, or at least what felt like the middle of the night to us. It is quite weird to think that this place has consistently provided an opportunity for children to learn about nature. And what's rather nice is that I did this when I was 9 or 10, and now my daughters are doing it here, and there's this the sense that Hill End has been educating Oxfordshire's children for generations about nature, and I think there's a wonderful continuity in that.
For understanding the causes of such things, for kindly guardianship of its creatures, to brighten the minds of children, these woods were given to us for learning, for the love of a child.